You know what that sound means? It's another episode of Game for a Movie where we ask, are you game for a movie? My name is Mike. I'll be your host this evening. I am joined by a very special guest, somebody I've been trying to get on the pod for a while. It's my own fault. I will fully admit that he has not been on the pod sooner. I know he's going to give me a hard time. This is my good buddy, Andrew. Welcome to the show, Andrew.
Hey Mike, how are you this evening?
I'm doing well. Yeah, it's my own fault. I know you're going to give me shit.
I'll let you tell it. You go right ahead.
We were supposed to do Bad Santa 2 during Christmas last year, and something just kept coming up on my end. And Andrew did watch the movie. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. We will make something happen eventually to make Bad Santa 2 happen. It might not be this year because I don't want to make him suffer 2 years in a row of watching Bad Santa 2.
Hey, Christmas in July, that's not,
I, you know what? Maybe we'll see. I got to look at what my July
and
movies are,
and
but
that's kind of
maybe.
ironic coming from me of all people thinking about that one.
Yes, for those of you that don't know, Andrew is Jewish. Andrew, welcome to the show, buddy. I ask all of my guests that come onto the show the first time, what is the worst movie you've ever seen?
Oh man, so it took me like like I gotta really think about this one, but I just remember back in 2009 with Nicolas Cage in the film Knowing, and
Oh,
like
not my Nick Cage boy.
right, and look when I thought it was kind of a cool concept at first, but then when they interact, spoiler alert, when they interacted with the aliens and it's like this giant light just came out of their mouth, I was like, oh my god, what am I watching? Like this is terrible.
Yep.
Like
I was gonna say I forgot which one that was because there was also Next. I couldn't remember which one was which because
right,
there was both of those movies where he knew something was going to happen.
right, yeah, no, it's the one with the like all the numbers and it's predicting the
Yeah,
last three catastrophic events,
yeah, that's
and
right.
then all the kids run towards the tree on the other planet or
That's
whatever that
right.
was.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. All right. Knowing is it's up there. It's pretty bad.
Hmm.
Okay. I know it's my Nick Cage boy, but yeah, that's a fair statement. This one we'll see how this one fares in your worst movie catalog. But first, we've got to start with what are we drinking? I've already asked you off the pod, so I'm curious, what are you drinking for those of you at home?
I only had just a little bit left of my Publix brand water
Oh,
in
Publix
there.
brand water. Of
Yeah.
course, it's Publix brand water.
Hmm.
You are a Florida boy after all.
Yeah. Yep. Everything's cool. Let's go.
Oh my
I wore
God.
that just for you, by the way.
I knew you did.
Yes.
As
Yep.
soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, he's wearing that for me. Meanwhile, I've got a double dry hopped hazy IPA from Other Half called Green City. Other Half Brewing has not been featured on the show before. This is from Brooklyn, New York. So yeah, Other Half Brewing. This is actually good. I've never had one of these before, but it's pretty good. Green
It's
City.
been playing in the background.
I know you can't see the can. Yeah, it's
It's
actually a cool
censored.
can too. I got to get rid of my background to show you, I guess, but it's a cool can. I actually really like this one. It's pretty good. I've never had it before. 7.0%. So here's to many more of these.
Are you using an actual green screen?
No.
No.
It's
Yeah.
just so you don't see the cat box behind me.
Okay.
That is exactly why I have the screen behind me, or just this image, really.
All right.
But yeah, if I'm gonna have a bunch of these 7.0 green cities, I'm going to have a bad time. So that's why I have liqueur gummies. Liqueur gummies. If you have too much to drink one night, obviously drink responsibly. But if you have liqueur gummies, they will help you feel a little better that next day after you drink a little too much. 20% off your order if you use the code GFAM. That's Game for a Movie, the front letters of Game for a Movie, GFAM. You will save 20% off your order. Gummies that help prevent hangovers. They are very good. Let me tell you right now, they help you feel better that next day if you just go a little overboard, especially if you are drinking 7% double dry hopped IPAs like Green City from our friends at Other Half. So liqueur gummies, use code GFAM. Boom. See how I do that?
You know that sponsorship. There you go.
Yeah, right? Okay, there we go. Now let's talk a bad movie. Mortal Kombat 2 came out recently, and we were going to do it the week it came out, but little little bit got busy. Sergio, who's been on the show before, we were trying to get him involved. He was a little busy. I was a little busy. Andrew was a little busy. We're finally here, and Sergio got busy again, so he couldn't be here. But we stuck with the theme of video game movies, and more specifically, video game tournament movies. And we are covering D.O.A. Dead or Alive. If you don't know anything about the D.O.A. series, D.O.A. was a video game series that tried to hang out with Mortal Kombat, Tekken, that kind of stuff. And so this is a tournament fighting movie. It came out in 2006, directed by Corey Yun, written by J.F. Lawton and Adam Gross and Seth Gross, brothers. Where do I start with this? The tomato meter is 32%. The
Oh,
popcorn meter is 36%.
it's the criteria.
It fits the criteria. Exactly. Uh, Four beautiful rivals at an invitation only martial arts tournament join forces against a sinister threat. Princess Kasumi is an aristocratic warrior trained by martial arts masters. Tina Armstrong is a wrestling superstar. Helena Douglas is an athlete with a tragic past. Christy Allen earns her keep as a thief and an assassin for hire. That is the Rotten Tomatoes description. Yeah. I'd say that's an apt description.
Yeah, yeah,
It it's a girl power movie.
yes,
Uh
absolutely.
DOA, the video games were kind of girl power in the fact that the games were built for a certain
Men,
genre in mind.
yeah, yeah. Oh, gee, I wonder what that was.
Yeah, it was made for teenage boys. It was scantily clad women fighting everybody they could.
I mean, that's like your Tomb Raider, right? Wasn't that the same thing in a way?
Definitely, definitely. Oh
Yeah,
no, I'm not saying it wasn't,
yeah.
but this is definitely the genre they were going for. Including we were talking about this earlier, and this is still one of my favorite things. For whatever reason, there was a DOA game that got released that was just straight volleyball, beach volleyball.
And what I will say about that was, and I didn't even think because I read that after the fact, right?
Mhm.
Because I went on the because I always every movie I watch, I go to Wikipedia, I go to IMDb, just because I always like the trivia and the goofs,
Mhm.
and I always read the Wikipedia plot just so I have some background information. If there's anything I ever missed during the film that like it just went over my head. And what was funny is that yes, I saw the volleyball game part of that. And
Mhm.
it kind of just went over my head that they would have just included that scene in there until you told me kind of ironically earlier today at a different place. Now, of course, you knowing me, having who actually does play sand volleyball
Mhm.
on his off days, it kind of really stuck with me a lot. And that's why it's like, oh, that's kind of awesome. Which I wanted to join in and play
Yeah.
for more than one reason, if you know what I mean.
Just another excuse in this movie to get them down to bikinis.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, this movie had a lot of reasons to get them down to bikinis. Um, the couple things I wanted to talk about the directors and the writers. The director Corey Yun, not really known for a lot of the movies that he directed. Some of these
Right.
are very weird movies. The only one that
I look at
stuck
this
out to me
list.
that was really strange. Did you look at the director, any of the movies that he directed?
I did, but I kind of it's like kind of blanking on me a little. He passed, didn't he?
He did, yes. He passed in
Yeah,
2022. So
yeah.
RIP. Um, Corey Yun was the director of the Transporter movie, like the first
Okay.
Transporter movie.
Yeah.
And he was more well known for stunts. And so like I'm sure he was probably a good stunts coordinator and everything like that. A lot of these movies I'm just like I've never heard of or
Yeah, I'm
anything.
looking at them right now. I'm like, what are any of these? I have no idea.
Yeah, right. But like he has
Oh, let's
79 stunts coordinator like things to his name, and a lot more of those I've heard of. He was martial arts choreographer for Jet Li and The Expendables, for example.
okay.
Martial arts choreographer for all of the Transporter movies. You know, Bulletproof Monk, that kind of stuff. A lot of movies. He was the action director for the X-Men movie. You know, so this guy has some pedigree for stunts. So I don't want to like shit on him because he might not have been the greatest director, but this guy knows his stunts and stunt
Yeah.
choreography.
That was action. Yeah. Action
Yeah,
and absolutely. Yeah.
yeah. The other one that because we've got the Gross brothers, Adam and Seth Gross. The only thing that stands out to me on their like writing experience is they were writers for Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Okay.
That's kind of just funny in general. The only other one that kind of stuck out to me was this J.F. Lawton guy, the other writer. So he's written a lot of like action movies. There was like Under Siege and Under Siege 2. But the one movie that sticks out the most to me is he wrote Pretty Woman.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I see that. Yeah.
It's very
Huh.
strange. It's a random one,
It's funny. His picture on, like, I'm looking at his Wikipedia. It looks very young for being born in 1960 and 2009. Like, that's,
right? Yeah, he
yeah, it
does
looks
look like
really young.
yeah. It's a very young picture. The other funny thing is like the movie before Pretty Woman that he wrote, and he also directed this one because it's like it's Pretty Woman is his second movie that he wrote.
Yeah.
The first one, Cannibal Women
Cannibal
in the
Woman.
Avocado Jungle of Death. So yeah, these are the pedigree that we're dealing with for D.O.A. Dead or Alive.
And also, it credited as a different name, too. That's kind of interesting.
JD Athens.
Yeah. What is that?
I apparently he was going with a different name, I
He
guess.
didn't, in case it wasn't success, he just wanted to be known as something different.
He just wanted a pen name, I guess. Yeah.
For two of them, he did it for Camel Woman, did Pretty Woman, and then did Pizza Man as the same name.
Pizza Man,
Yeah.
which also he directed.
Right.
Uh, yep, there you go. Um, yeah. So now I'm just trying to look up because I didn't do a good job of looking up the actual like money made for this movie. Um,
Wait, hang on. So I think I had that like on the Wikipedia page, right?
I found it.
Yes, it was 7 million
Uh,
on a $30 million budget. Or
20
what did you
million
see?
estimated for the
Okay.
budget, gross worldwide of 7 million, 7.5 mil.
I love it.
It's an hour and a half movie, and my personal favorite here, the tagline for this movie, they have the looks that kill. Which okay, we're
Is there even a body count? Like, what is the body
there
count
is not a
officially?
body count.
That's what I'm
Yes,
saying. Right,
I'm
right. So
glad you said that.
that tagline doesn't like kind of like resonate. You know, it's because it's funny because I was gonna bring up the it's kind of like Squid Game, but not Squid Game, but like because you're given an invitation to compete in this competition, which is exactly what the Squid Game pod is. But people actually, spoiler alert, die in Squid Game. But unlike this movie where they're just knocked out.
Right. And
Although I guess there was one death.
well, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
yeah,
was one
yeah.
death.
Yeah, there may have been two because of the yeah, yeah. Yeah. But we'll
Yeah,
get into that.
yeah.
We're gonna talk some details and stuff like that. The only other thing there was one other thing I just wanted to point out. Um, the number one featured review that popped up when I looked at the IMDb, teenage boys are going to love it. 6 out of
And
10.
And now we know why you asked me to watch this film.
This is exactly why I asked you to watch this film. It is so funny because the reason I really wanted to watch this film is I remember this film, one of my favorite bad movies of all time. I got it from a closing Blockbuster for $3. There is a preview at the beginning of it for this movie. And so I remembered it and I was like, I need to watch this movie. Like, I need it to happen. And as soon as I saw the preview and knew we were going to cover this, I wanted you to be on this one because I knew you were going to like this movie.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll get to our ratings at the end because I'm
yeah,
curious to see what you think out of five.
yeah,
But I'm curious what you're going to give it. So let's talk plot. Let's get
yeah.
into this thing. Dead or Alive, D.O.A. Dead or Alive. So we start in the Ishikari Mountains in
Hmm.
Japan. Immediately learn the princess's brother is dead, but she doesn't
Yes,
believe it because they haven't found the body yet.
right.
This princess is Princess Kasumi, played by Devon Aoki.
Yes, fast, too furious.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah,
Yeah. And she's going to find him. But if she leaves, she's going to be an outcast. That's the big
Yes.
important thing of the start.
Yeah.
Uh, she decides to leave anyway, and the guards are going to be forced to kill her.
Right.
And this forces her to face off against Ayane. Who the fuck is Ayane played by? I can't remember who Ayane played. I don't care. Uh,
Yeah.
but Ayane is like the main guard person, and she happens to love uh,
Bro-
Princess's brother
yes.
Hayate.
The brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Natasha Maldi.
Yes.
Natasha Maldi. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I looked up her stuff. She's not been in anything else really. There's only
Yeah.
like three names in this
Trust me,
movie.
I looked up all of them. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
There's only like three people in this movie that have really amounted to like anything else that is of note that
Yeah.
like is really worth mentioning. There's Jamie Presley,
Yeah.
Eric Roberts, and Kevin Nash of all people.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just because he's WWE, not because he's actually like a good actor.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I have
So
Holly Valance's page open too, just because.
just because you just have it open.
Yep. Just because.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. They all bow down to the princess, but she decides that she's gonna like run across all of their backs as they're bowed down. She throws a sword, jumps on
Escapes
it.
it.
Huh?
Yeah. No. Just keep going. Sorry.
Uh, yeah, she throws herself off the sword over the wall, leaves the castle, and then just paraglides out of nowhere.
Right. Yeah. I was like, man, she had that parachute on the whole time. Like,
Right? Like she knew this was going to happen.
right. I kind of like, I would have loved to see maybe her take them on. Like, I was kind of expecting that.
Oh, I totally was. I totally was
Yeah.
ready for a fight, or at least like a Yanni's showdown where like she kind of like gets the upper hand and then like runs away kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something. And then this thing flies at her and it's an
Yes.
invite to the tourney, which
Right.
is it's like a ninja star almost, and then it has like this center ball, which is like a computer screen that's like Princess Kasumi invited to D.O.A.
Yeah.
Now we're in the North China Sea and we see the wrestler Tina Armstrong, and she's on a yacht,
But yep.
and she's telling her dad she's done with wrestling. And this is when her yacht gets boarded by
Pirates.
pirates. And I think my favorite part of this is not the pirates. It's the fact that she's like downing a nondescript PBR, but it's like
Yeah.
obviously a PBR.
Right. I have to look at that frame again because I wasn't even paying attention to the what she had, but
It's like obviously a PBR. Like
okay.
it's
Yeah.
removed
It's like
all
all the colors and
sponsorship.
whatever. And
Oh yeah, it's like
yeah.
it's the exact logo, but it's like
Uh,
removed all sponsorship. And these pirates have guns, but they decide to like come at her, and she just fisticuffs takes them all down.
right. Yeah.
And there's also like a bit where there's like one stuck, and she helps him up, and then he just like looks at her and then jumps in the water himself.
See, it's kind of like what was it in Austin Powers 3 when his father comes out on the sub and he doesn't even do anything, but the guards all just like, oh my god, it's him. And then the last one, he's like, you don't even have a name tag. Why don't you just fall down?
Just yeah. And then she gets an invite to the tournament. And she's like she kind of is quitting wrestling because she wants to actually make a name for herself as an actual fighter versus just like fake wrestling.
Yeah.
And then we go to Hong Kong for our next competitor. And I
I think
do go
this
ahead.
was my favorite. This was my favorite, but go ahead.
Yes, this is definitely the best of the intros. And
Yeah.
this is also how somebody explained to me they saw this movie because they explained this scene like shot for shot. Uh, I was gonna say this also was a nice way to do this was the like intros with the invitations because it did
Yeah.
a good job of showing us who these characters
Yes,
were.
exactly. Yes.
Like we knew who their names were and everything like that. So we're in Hong Kong and it's a person getting out of the shower. This person we don't know her name yet, but this is Christy. and she's being arrested for stealing cash and diamonds out of a vault at a casino. Uh, Basically, it's an anonymous tip, and she goes, "It was Max, wasn't it?" And they're like, "He didn't say his name, but they said it was you." And so she basically goes, "Well, before I get arrested, can I get dressed first?" And the police are like, "Sure." Cut to her putting on her panties slowly, and like all the police are kind of like, kind of thing. And then the guy who's like in charge, she asks him to bring her
Her
her,
bra.
her bra. Go ahead, Andrew.
I mean, he, of course, I mean, I probably would too fall for this, right?
Yeah.
Hand it to her, and then boom, gun goes flying. And, you know, fight scene of her. And I also love how, like, they did the bra went flying up in the air, came back right on. She went like this, it comes right back on her, covering her and whatnot. I did love that part for
So
sure.
he like hands it to her with the gun, and
Right.
she kicks the gun and the bra up in the
Right. He
air
catches both.
and catches both. So she catches the bra, she catches the gun, and like before he's able, like the main guy is able to like get to her, she has the gun pointed at his nutsack,
Right.
and she goes, "Ti- uh,
Picks me up.
yeah, button me up, please."
But
And so he does, and then she just like turns around and pistol whips him, knocks him out. So she then is just like in her bra and panties and a pair of heels and goes in an elevator
right.
where there's a guy in a trench coat, a suit, and a hat. And she leaves the elevator with the trench coat and the hat, and the man is stuck in her suitcase.
Yes. You know, at first I was like, why the hell did she even attack? But then I was like, okay, yeah, because the clothing and she needed that. I mean, she didn't have to leave him in the suitcase, but that's fine.
That's the thing too. I'm just like, why did she leave him in the
Right.
suitcase? She's just being a bitch.
He should have been bra and panties.
Yeah.
That's how I would have done it.
Yes, that's the way it should
And,
have
and
gone.
then and that's when the hotel workers should have discovered him. Like, oh, whoa, what's going on here?
Whoa, hey, hey. So yeah, this is our master thief, Christy Allen. That's who we learn, and we also kind of meet Max because he's kind of like watching her escape.
Right.
So there we go. There's our three badass girls to start this thing. Um, they're all on the plane now to DOA, and all of them are kind of invited with as well, like kind of a. It's weird because they're all explained as like the best of the best,
Yeah.
and
And and then there's other people that maybe shouldn't be there,
yeah, and they're also kind of invited with like somebody that's kind of their
like associated with them in a way.
a thorn in their side because like
Yes.
Tina,
Father and the
Tina's
Max.
dad, Chrissy's double dealing partner Max, and then the princess's brother's best friend
Yes.
Hayabusa.
Yes.
So they all kind of like have a little beef or like little drama involved,
Right.
and now they're being told by the apparent hostess of this thing, or the kind of hostess of this thing, Helena, that they need to jump out of the plane and they need to
And
get to the top of the Buddha by sundown or they're
yes.
disqualified.
Right.
So, of course, our three girls land off target and they don't do teams, they're only solo. So they race
Right.
each other to the top of the Buddha. And they all are kind of fairly evenly matched, but they kind of realize they're not going to make it if they go solo. So they need to work together. Yay, teamwork.
I think it would have been cool if like we saw more of like kind of like a rat race, kind of like the start of rat race when they when John Cleese is like go
Yeah.
begin commence
Yeah.
start he's winning because he's closest to the door, and then they're like, yeah, no, we're not gonna do this, and then once they get to the elevator, we're like, oh my god, go go go, like the stair down the staircase. I think that maybe they could have incorporated that some way to
Yeah.
like see how they get there, just to make sure like, hey, when that clock hits like, let's say 6 p.m. is sundown, right? They
Yeah.
better be there before.
Right. Yeah. A little bit more of like kind of showing the others too. Like these guys,
Yes, the others too, of course.
yeah. because we only focus on the three girls,
Right.
and it's like everybody else just kind of is there.
Yeah, they made before too.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the only thing we cared about was, oh, they work together. Yay, teamwork kind of thing. And that's the whole premise. Pretty much they show very early on. Yay,
Foreshadowing.
yeah, exactly. And we also the only reason they also need to show this is because at one point Kasumi falls because Ayane loosens one of the wood panels, but they're able to catch her and they still make it and everything
Right.
like that. Um, this is where we meet Helena. She is like the perky hostess and she roller skates everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
And the real host of this is Dr. Victor Jonathan, who is played by Eric Roberts.
What? Was it? Was he Maroni or Carmine Falcone in the Dark Knight? So he was
Yes,
one of the
he,
gangsters.
I think he's Falcone.
Okay.
I
Maybe.
think so. Let's just double check, but I'm pretty sure he's
Well, yeah.
Falcone.
I thought maybe he's the other guy right here.
Oh no, he's Maroni.
Yeah,
You're
he's
right.
Maroni. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Maroni. All right, good,
Yeah.
good catch.
Yeah. I was like, man, that guy looks familiar. I just rewatched the Dark Knight trilogy too
There you go.
before I went on my vacations.
I also love the fact this dude seems to not say no to a role. He has 832 roles to his name.
Oh my God.
He has 91 upcoming roles.
Wow.
And like some of them, it's just like, oh wow, that looks like a great movie. And then some of them, you're just like, I've never heard of this movie before in my life. And he just has like a bit part,
Man, yeah, he is in a lot. Wow, he is in a lot of stuff.
right?
Huh.
That's the thing. But like he's in a movie, A View to Die For, which is like a well-known book. And then he's in a movie that's called what was it? God Tech 2, Battlefield of the Mind.
And maybe we'll do that next.
Yeah, right, right, exactly. And so like there's some of these things that's like, wow, that one actually is probably a pretty good one. And then there's one that's just like, never heard of that one.
Like I haven't heard any of these.
MMA Cop 2. But then Jane
Wow.
Eyre. Like he's in a Jane Eyre TV miniseries. Some of these things are crazy, but I guess he just doesn't say no to a role. I
Hey,
don't know.
man, much respect to him.
Good for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your paycheck. So yeah, Dr. Victor Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Victor, Victor Jonathan, whatever, double name, explains that DOA was created by Helena's father, and now
Yes.
that, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
and now since it's her 21st birthday, she's going to be competing too. And so like everybody gets a physical done. It's just another excuse to get the girls down to their underwear. And all the contestants also get nanobots injected to them for testing and
Yes.
recording purposes. This
Yes.
is this is a big part. They get told there's no weapons allowed in this tournament, and then we get a really quick run through of the first round, which is not important because we just get like bits and pieces of the fights. But what
Right.
is important is the nanobots are tracking the data on all of the fighters.
Yes. Being watched by Weatherby.
Weatherby.
Yes.
We also get introduced to Weatherby, which we don't know his name at this point. He's just
Right.
like the nerd that runs
Computer
all of
programmer.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the computer programmer. He's like the one nerd that runs all of this. If he was in Jurassic Park, he would be the one that could lock everybody out and like release everything.
Right.
Um, there's an animatronic voice that says KO to this person, or this person wins. KO, this person wins, and it's all the people we'd expect to win. You know, all the
Right.
girls
Yeah, of
advance,
course.
that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, so Kasumi has a flashback to when she was like kidnapped or something, and her brother saves her, and he receives a DOA invite, and he apparently gets told, or she apparently gets told that he lost to Leon, and that his body was never found, and he fell from a balcony.
It was like a waterfall, right?
It was basically the Buddha statue.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he fell from the balcony. They could never find it. And after being told this, now she's just like taking a bath in rose petals.
Yeah. I do remember that. Yeah.
Just cuz, like, as you do, I guess.
Right.
And Hayabusa. Hayabusa. I'm gonna say it wrong every time. I don't know. Hayabusa is just like sitting outside while she does this,
Yeah.
and she comes out in a robe and is talking to him about like responsibility, the responsibility she has to her brother, and then she just like runs her finger across his mouth, which is still hilarious to me. Just okay, just and then he like
Yeah.
kind of like runs away, pretty much.
Yeah. Pretty nervous. Yeah.
Yep, just a nervous guy. Christy talks to Max, who basically feigned an injury so that Zach moves on. So Max is out of the tournament. He's done.
Right.
But Max has a plan. Um, there's apparently a vault with more than just the $10 million prize money. And so he wants Christy to help so that they can steal more than just the $10 million prize money. Also happening right now is Zach, the cocky hotshot, is trying to make a move on Tina.
Yes.
And Donovan, why did I say Jonathan? Donovan? Victor
Victor
Jonathan?
Donovan. Victor Donovan. Yeah.
Victor Donovan. Why'd I have
Maroney.
Victor Jonathan?
Maroney.
Yeah, Maroney.
Yeah. Maroney.
Um, Eric Roberts. Uh, Donovan, meanwhile, is concocting a battle of Leon versus Kasumi because he like told her that Leon killed Kasumi's brother. So she wants to see, or he wants to see what happens. So yeah, all of these people are like doing their own thing, kind of thing. But it's all about to go screwy
Yes.
because Leon shows up to try to kill Kasumi. This is the first full fight we see, and
In
it's
all the
in
rooms.
her room. Uh, and so like it's just they're breaking stuff, they're just like going all out and everything like that.
It's
And
called
then
incidentals for a reason. Right.
exactly, yeah. And Max and Christy are in bed together when all of a sudden Leon and Kasumi like just break through
Back to
the
the
wall.
wall.
Yeah. And like as she's fighting, she's having like this easy time, like just beating down Leon. And she kind of realizes there's no way Leon killed her brother.
Yeah.
So she wins handily, and including she throws him out the window, and Zach gets embarrassed by Tina in the hot tub as well.
Yeah.
And all right. Uh, do you remember what the last thing of first round was?
Refresh my memory because I'll remember once you say it.
The last match, who it is? Tina and who?
Her father
Her father.
on a
This,
rat.
well, yes, that,
Yeah.
but do you remember how it originally started before the raft?
No, refresh my memory again.
This is probably one of my favorites. I think this is the funniest thing. Her dad shows up the night of, and because Christy's room is destroyed, Christy is in bed
Oh,
with
she's like,
Tina.
yeah. Oh, yes, 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 yes. All right, yeah. Yes, I do remember that.
I thought this was one of the funniest scenes because of how
Yeah,
Christy plays it.
right.
Christy like full sends like they're sleeping together. Like
Yes.
she's just full send into this. And like Tina's dad is just kind of like, "Oh, I didn't know you had a friend."
Special friend.
Yeah, a special friend. And that kind of stuff. It was great. Because Christy then like starts cuddling on Tina and everything.
Hey, must go all out, right? It's just
Oh, it's so good. So then Tina's dad's just like, okay, we'll fight tomorrow. All right, so it's the next day. And basically, Kasumi is doing like acupuncture on Tina on a raft. And Bass, what do we think it is? Bass?
probably, huh?
They never say his name.
Yeah,
So,
they don't. That's what I was gonna say. They never said it.
yeah, so I think it's Bass. But Bass shows up and is ready to fight. And Tina's just like, I'm not fighting my dad like full fight. So we're gonna do it a little differently. We're gonna like you come on this raft and whoever falls in the water first loses. So that's gonna be the fight we're gonna do. And he's like, okay, cool, let's do it. Um, full fight goes down. I bet you can guess, listener, what happens.
Yeah,
Who wins?
oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
She does, clearly.
Yeah. So
Plot armor.
plot armor. Yes,
I
exactly.
mean,
Yes, plot armor. Tina wins. So yeah, all the girls have won. The four girls are three that we've been following so far, and Helena. Hayabusa won. Max lost. Those are the only ones we really care about. Zach won. That's only important for later down the road. Uh, Christy kind of catches Max getting closer with Helena, and so she throws a volleyball at him. And so now we're gonna start playing volleyball.
favorite scene in the movie.
Of course it is. Uh, this is kind of used as a distraction a little bit. And obviously it distracted Andrew.
It did.
Hayabusa is basically using the girls playing volleyball because they're playing 2-on-2. Uh, he's going to sneak around the lab because Donovan is also going to watch them play volleyball. He's going to sneak around the lab and try to figure out where uh, Hayate is, if he's still
Yes.
alive or anything
Yes.
like that. Luckily as well, Weatherby is also distracted watching the volleyball, so he's not watching any of the monitors either, while Hayabusa just goes killing a bunch of the guards.
Right.
One of the comments I had was that they're only playing to five, and it's 4-4, and he still was like killing guards at this point.
I'm also told it wasn't win by two, like more normal volleyball is, but obviously no one cares about that.
Nobody cares. No, it's just they're playing to five. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I also commented on the fact that there was a Wilhelm scream in there.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's on the IMDb trivia part because they always list those out.
I'm so glad. Yes. Yeah, there was one guy that just gets like tossed and was just whoa. Oh, it was so good. Um, then the volleyball gets popped by a ninja star by Ayane. So Kasumi is just like, I'm done playing and runs off to go fight Ayane
Right. Yep.
in the middle of a forest.
Bamboo forest,
In the
right?
middle of a bamboo forest that just is somehow next to the beach. I love the change of scenery that happens. It's just like, okay, off the beach, bamboo forest.
All right.
And also Hayabusa gets caught and trapped in this room that like both doors close. So he is also stuck. Now, justice for the nerd. We learn that his name is Weatherby finally at this point, and he goes to make a move on Helena
Yes.
in the most awkward way possible.
Well, it's kind of like at first she was just completely rejected him, and then like was it 30 seconds later? It's like, oh, okay, I kind of like this could work. I was like, wait, what? Like,
It was really weird because like he was
yeah,
super creepy with it
right.
and offers to get her a drink. And as he goes to get a drink, she's like completely like gone away. And it was like, okay, cool. Like she got out of there because, he's creep. And then she's like, "Come here, Willoughby." And he's like, "It's Weatherby," and walks over to her. I'm like, "Why are you giving him the time of
Right.
day?" He's
Yeah,
like,
that's to say. It took 30 seconds for it to flip, just like
"Right."
that.
Weird as shit. I don't know. Yeah, it was very strange, but whatever. Um, Zach, the cocky hotshot, of course, tries another move on Tina, trying to get her to dance with him. But she says, I don't know how you're gonna dance with two broken legs because they're fighting next. She like shows that he's the next target and like she like takes him down. Uh basically stops the music, record scratch, and he's like, "Why don't we fight tomorrow morning and not ruin everybody's good time?" And she kind of realizes, yeah, this would ruin everybody's good time, agrees to
Yeah.
fight. And then the other quarterfinal is Christy versus
It's
Helena,
Helena, yeah.
which of course is a slow motion fight in the rain.
On a beach, right? It was on the beach.
Yeah, with
Yeah, and sand.
a tight t-shirt
Yes.
for Helena and a bikini top for Christy, because why not?
Why not?
One of the things, remember how Max was getting close to Christy?
Yeah.
Well, it's because, or Helena, I mean, sorry, Helena, not Christy.
Wait, Max is getting close to Helena?
Max was trying to get close to Helena at one point,
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah, yes.
and it
Yeah.
was because she has a tattoo on her
That's
that is basically
the vault code.
the vault code.
Yes.
And Christy also figures out the vault is in the Buddha head, and the code was tattoo on Helena. So
Yes.
she's kind of like forgiving Max because now she knows that Max was actually trying to like figure out the code.
Right.
And Helena loses because Christy beats her.
Yes.
So now all the semifinalists are the three girls in Hayabusa, who Hayabusa didn't fight anybody.
Right. We didn't see that at all.
Yeah, because he's knocked out somewhere. So yeah. Before we get to the semifinals, I think now is a very good time to take a quick break before we get to the end of this movie. We'll be right back after this. And we're back. Real quick, real easy. Quick break. All right, we're on to the semis. It's just the three girls in Hayabusa, but Hayabusa's been missing. So the three girls, of course, need to go find him. They find a statue with the head turned the wrong way, and Chrissy finds it. And so she starts turning it, and it opens a secret door. This immediately takes them to the lab, and they start to learn all about the monitoring and everything that the nanobots are doing. Also, they find Hayabusa passed out, and when they find him, the door is locked behind them, and gas fills the room. Why wasn't there anybody in the lab, you might ask? Well, Weatherby
He
and
knocked them all
Helena.
out. Oh,
Huh?
well, yeah. Well, did he knock all the other guards out to Hayabusa?
Oh,
Or
well,
was
yes.
that a separate section?
That was a separate section,
Okay,
kind
yeah.
of, because that was when the volleyball game was happening.
Oh, great. Because you said Weatherby and Helena were off somewhere else.
They were off somewhere else, getting a little closer to each other.
Yeah.
And Weatherby is also getting a little more like he's revealing secrets now. Because, and I quote, she calls him Weatherby. She actually knows his name now. And so Weatherby reveals to her that Donovan wanted to take Weatherby's research to a different direction, but Helena's father didn't want that
Yes.
and was going to stop it, but Helena's father died that night. Of course, Donovan was watching, so he sends guards to kill both Weatherby and Helena.
Hmm.
This is the scene we wanted in the beginning with the at
Yes.
at the temple, because this is when Helena goes off and starts like kicking
Throwing
ass.
cherry blossoms.
Yes,
Right? Wasn't
exactly.
there were
Yes,
cherry
and cherry
blossoms and so
blossoms. Exactly. And not only that, Helena finishes them all off except for one. And even Weatherby is able to take out one to save Helena.
on.
So even he saves the day at one point. Uh, and he knows another way into the lab, so he can get them into the lab to try to save everybody and save the day. All four final fighters, they're now trapped in some tubes.
Yes.
And Donovan comes in, revealing his secret master plan, which happens to be some sunglasses.
Man, I should have put some sunglasses right and put them on. just so I could like imitate that.
It's so good that it's just a pair of sunglasses. Like that's the plan. And like not just like it's just a pair of sunglasses. It's not like it's
Like
just
a small camera, like
little
whatever.
camera
Like,
on top. That's
yeah.
it. They're meta glasses. They're not even
Hey, that was before its time. It was 20 years before its time, right?
It's true. It's
Like,
2006, so yeah, I guess
yeah.
it is before its time. Uh where am I? Where am I on this thing? Oh, there we go. So Max catches Weatherby and Helena sneaking into the lab, so he thinks it's time to go into the vault. That's what he's going to do. Donovan begins the downloading process, which makes this machine activate the nanobots in the four final fighters and take all the data and upload them into him via his sunglasses.
The sunglasses.
And all four of them have different reactions to the download, which is like hysterical to me. Um, because like two of them are like in pain. One of them is like having an orgasm, and the other one is just like kind of just like just still face, just
Yeah.
like the two are just like in pain. The one is going like and then the other one is just kind of like uh. It's hysterical, like the different reactions all four of them are having. They definitely didn't get any of the same direction of which way to go while these nanobots are attacking them. And after everything finishes, it's time for the big reveal. He releases the perfect warrior that he's kept alive the entire time, Hayate, the
Yep.
brother.
The brother.
And he kept him alive because he wants to challenge Hayate to a fight because he's the perfect warrior. And if Hayate wins, everyone goes free. So Donovan puts on the sunglasses and the fight begins. And it shows like this fight sequence, and Donovan actually like gets hit and loses, but it's just like a fight predictor kind of
Simulate.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Predictor. Yes.
Yeah, it's just like the simulation. So now he knows what to do. So
Yes.
Donovan's easily able to like defend the onslaught, and it's just way too easy. Um, and he's able to like knock Hayate down from the balcony. And so this time it might actually kill Hayate, except for Ayane is able to grab him and save him this time. Meanwhile, Max is at the vault, and yes, the tattoo was the code to open it. So, uh,
Mirrored.
yes, mirrored. Yes, it's backwards. Um, Weatherby is trying to get through the pod locks for all of the fighters
And alerting the CIA,
and alerting the
right?
CIA. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yep. And Donovan is also sharing the program with buyers around the world because this was a live demonstration of him beating Hayate. So now he has buyers all over the world that he's sending this sunglasses program to. So while Weatherby is like going through the pod locks, he's able to terminate the transmission at least. So they're sending in the CIA, they're terminating the transmission, they're opening the pod locks. Max is in the vault. Everything's going on at once. There's a lot going on here.
You know that this part kind of reminded me, and maybe some other parts too, but like the first, well, sorry, not the first, the Phantom Menace, Star Wars,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Four battles going on at once.
Yes.
You have the battle of the droid control ship with the N1 starfighters. You have the Gungans in the droid against the droid army.
Mhm.
You have Darth Maul against Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn, and
Yep.
then you have the palace guard trying to infiltrate the palace to get to the viceroy of the
Yeah.
Trade Federation.
Yeah.
So like all those having all at once, and this is throughout the movie, but also this part too.
Yeah. No, this is definitely it's a lot going on at once. So it's a lot happening. And meanwhile, like Donovan then sends Bayman to grab the money from the vault. and then goes to the research area. Um, Bayman just completely forgot about it at this point. He's just like a henchman pretty much at
Yeah.
this point.
Auberon, no brain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he definitely is all brawn, no brain. Because he goes in and one punches Max and knocks him out. Helena shows up to stop Donovan, who just immediately drops that he killed her father. Like, just, oh, your father. It sucks that I had to kill him because he just didn't agree with this plan. But he didn't download Helena's moves, so at least she's able to like get a couple good licks in and just like kind of, you know, have a good fight for a little bit. But then Donovan's able to knock her out and is able to get the code on a disk drive, like the code for the upload and everything like that.
STD. It was a CD. We all laugh at that because it's just
Yeah, right, right. Uh, so then he's able to get this CD. He's able to knock out Weatherby, and he's able to operate the self-destruct and get Bayman out of there with him. So, but luckily, Weatherby wasn't knocked out that long, and neither was Helena.
right.
So Weatherby's able to like get the tubes unlocked.
Yes.
The girls are able to escape. Hayabusa's able to escape. Hayabusa attacks Bayman. If this sounds like a lot, it is a lot because it
Yeah.
happened quickly.
And very yeah.
I'm not meaning to like just like da, 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 da.
Yeah.
The four girls are attacking Donovan at the top of the Buddha, and though he knows their moves, he doesn't know their moves when they work as a team.
Right.
So them fighting together has him kind of like on his toes. So they get Donovan like hanging over a ravine, and then Christy is able to like kick him, knocking his sunglasses off.
Right.
So his sunglasses are like they fall off, but he still has a CD, so he can like recreate the program if he gets away. So he just like
Right.
runs away. But Hayate is able to like chase him down from like a level below, and he punches his foot to kind of like trip him up. And Kasumi is able to like jump above him and stick a needle in his neck.
Yeah. The stain needle that she used in the or no, that were used in the flashbacks of when she was being held prisoner
Right.
that her brother used, right?
That her
That's what
brother Hayate
yes.
used to kill like all these people or
All right.
paralyze them or whatever. And so now the only thing they have to worry about is the self-destruct sequence. They need to go right now. So Max and Weatherby are in the
The
base of the
two room.
Buddha,
Yeah.
and the girls Hayabusa and Hayate are on the top of the Buddha. So the boys in the base they go down like this eject hatch. The
Yeah.
girls and the boys up there jump from the Buddha tower into the water below.
Right.
So cool. The base explodes.
Cool guys walk away from explosions.
Cool guys walk away from explosions, but they're just jumping because
Yeah.
it's exploding. And we don't know if anybody's alive. We don't know anything else. And the pirates from before show up looking for treasure. And who do they find? Tina,
Tina.
who immediately punches them in the face and they steal their boat. And the couples are all making out on this tiny boat. And Tina's
Yep.
like, get a room. And then before the credits roll, it's 1 week later at Kasumi's palace. And she's still an outcast. So, like, the entire guard is attacking. But it's all the girls and they all have swords. And they're all like joking about, like, that one looks cute. And they're all going to fight them off. The end. There you
Pick
go.
up the sequel right there.
Yeah, right. There you go. They're going to fight the guards as we all
Start it
wanted.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's DOA, Dead or Alive, which is more just or alive. There's
Right.
nobody really
Yeah.
dead
Yeah.
in this movie.
Yeah. Only one person.
Only one
One person
person.
died. Well, actually, I guess like if you count the flashbacks, I guess those guys died too.
Yeah, but nobody in the tournament died.
Correct. Yes.
it's Mortal Kombat with no Mortal Kombat. Like
Right. Yeah.
there's just
No,
combat.
no mortals.
Yeah, right. Nobody died. There was no fatalities. Yeah, that was something I was just like, so dead or alive, but really just alive. Um, what'd you like about this movie?
I think where I want to start was I had told you back in July that after I saw the Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Hmm.
So what that happened, so what that caused me to do is I watched every single Mission Impossible in like a
Hmm.
week.
Yeah.
And what I noticed was that, and actually I hadn't seen like for some reason like the second Mission Impossible,
Hmm.
um, like I hadn't really seen all of it. And I think what I really disliked about it was the overuse of slow mo, which I
Okay.
know that director who I forgot his name, but like he's known
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
And the irony about this is I actually kind of had the opposite feeling for this film because of how ridiculous and exaggerated like the fight scenes need to be, then yes, I want all the slow mo there can be, right? Especially with like I love like if you're gonna do it and you're gonna have the camera spin around as you know and like just show all these like one shot angles as it goes around, I'm perfectly okay with that. And I love that. And
Okay.
that over exaggeratedness is something that I definitely like. And obviously you have to do that for fight scene like for fight movies like this.
Yeah, right.
Like kind of like the Matrix and whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something I guess I'll
Okay. Okay.
start off with.
It was
Yeah.
John Woo, by the way.
John for Mission Impossible too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Birds in slow motion. That's what you always got to remember.
Yeah.
Birds in slow motion.
Right.
I agree with you on the slow motion for this. Like it does need to be used for something like this. This is the perfect example of a movie that should be used for this.
Right.
Um, what I liked about this was you got what you got. Like you
Yeah.
knew this movie was exactly what it was on the tin. Like it wasn't. We weren't expecting Citizen Kane, and if you were, it's your own fault. Like it's
Right.
this was exactly what you were expecting, what you were signing up for.
Yeah.
Um, as far as like video game movies go, this could have been a lot worse. I've
Yeah.
seen worse video game movies. This was fine. Um, yeah, I think my problem with it. Well, all right. So we're talking about what we like. Sorry, I need to focus on what we like first. Um, I thought it did well to the service of the game because this is a service to the game. I think it did pretty well for what the
And
game
you know,
stood.
and the irony about that is I can't even make that comparison because I've never
Yeah,
played the game before. So
right.
it's like it's I have it just as is.
Yeah. I also do love they did a good job of actually making the volleyball not like ridiculous. It did actually kind of serve a purpose. As ridiculous as it was, it did serve a purpose because it was like, oh, let's distract him while Hayabusa kind of goes and sneaks in.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It did kind of make sense.
Right.
It's still ridiculous, don't get me wrong, but it did actually kind of like it didn't
Serve the
feel
plot. Yes.
distracting that they had it in the plot.
They didn't just put it in there because there was a video game based on the volleyball part.
Exactly. They actually made it work to the story a little bit. Like it's still random as hell, but
Yeah.
it does kind of make sense. I do also like that they kind of tried to make a plot around this that wasn't just like, okay, you're gonna go fight in a tournament and try to
Right.
win said tournament. Like there was
Right.
actually a little bit. It got insane at the end. Don't get me wrong, but that they try to do something different of okay, you're not just fighting in a tournament for eternal glory or anything like that. You're actually fighting in this tournament, and now there's like, oh, there's a big bad at this. Like there actually is a purpose of why you're fighting this tournament and why they're trying to keep a winner, you know?
And it's also nice to not have like there's not one main character. There's well, I mean, three is I guess kind of like, and it's all their point of views. It's not just
Yeah.
one POV,
Yeah.
which I
I
kind of
agree.
like that too.
I agree. And they're all very different backgrounds and stuff like that, where like they all kind of have their story that makes sense to it. Um, like having a wrestler in there and having a thief in there and having a uh Chinese princess in there, like that kind of stuff, or Japanese princess, I should say. Um, yeah, I know.
I'll say to you tomorrow.
um, yeah. All right. What didn't you like?
Ooh, I'll let you go first on that one.
Okay.
You go first.
Um, I wanted more fights. Plain and
Yes,
simple.
absolutely. I wanted to see all the first rounds
Yes.
and
Yes.
them to be longer.
Yes. They
Yes,
just
that's a
skipped over the first round and
yeah.
like a lot of these characters that they were kind of like the especially like Leon, for example, like we knew Leon was gonna lose, but they kind of made him like a little pussy because they were trying to make it so it's like, oh, Kasumi, your brother was killed by Leon. And then it was like, okay, why do I care about Leon? We don't care about this guy. He's just kind of a bitch. So I definitely wanted more fights and longer fights. Like that's
Yeah,
I wanted to see more of that. If you're gonna be a tournament movie, we need to see the tournament, like that kind of stuff. Yeah, I didn't. I thought the tournament stuff was way too short
yeah,
uh, and way too glossed over.
right.
So
I
that
also had thought that. Sorry, go ahead.
no, that was the big thing for me.
I also had thought maybe it would have served the plot better if if like Helena's father
Mhm.
was Maroney, right? Or whatever. Or, like I think maybe instead of making him a different character, like
Yeah.
oh, it's her father that actually put on the bad part about this, and she
Okay.
wants to go fight her father. I just thought maybe it would have been a little better, but then again, I guess it kind of doing it the way they did justifies the revenge she wanted to get
Mhm.
or whatever. So but because I also thought that she was going to be a villain.
Yeah. I thought she was a villain. Yeah, I totally
Yes,
thought she
because
was.
she was the one that kind of she was the one that announced
Yeah.
that hey, here's the game. Like that's always the
Yeah.
villain in every other film.
Well, and like she was so perky and so like outgoing and stuff like that. I thought she was definitely going to be like a twist villain or something like that. I
Yeah,
didn't.
and also maybe like rigging her fight so that she would win.
Right.
I think maybe could have been like a cool, but in the end, maybe that's too obvious.
Yeah.
That's just the kind of like maybe it's good that they didn't go that route.
Yeah. No, I definitely thought they were going to go a different way with her. I didn't hate it, but I thought they were definitely going to go a different way with her. Just making her part of the team, fine. Like I didn't hate that, but yeah, I'm with you on that. I definitely thought they were going to go a different way with her. Um the sunglasses.
Shit.
Just
Oh yeah.
the fact you can kick the sunglasses off and then he's defeated. Like
That reminds me of the movie Die Another. You remember Die Another Day?
yeah.
And yeah, so like the what's his name? He has like the glove that he
Hmm.
puts on, and that's his power or whatever.
Yes.
Like or
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah, no, it totally is. It's just you can kick the sunglasses off and he's completely defeated.
right.
That was something that was just like, oh my God, what are we doing here? Like that was ridiculous. I could not believe that they revealed it's a pair of sunglasses. Like I thought he was gonna step into a machine or something like that, and it was just going to be like brought into him. And I totally thought we were going power of teamwork, like, oh, they worked together as a team and they defeated him.
Right.
Fine.
No,
Like
just sunglasses fall off,
just
and then that's
sunglasses
it.
fall off and yeah, and then we poke him in the neck with a needle. So yeah, I couldn't believe that it was a pair of sunglasses.
And and the CIA never arrived.
The CIA did get there eventually.
Oh right, yeah, yeah, but way after, right?
Way after. They were already on the
Yeah,
pirate ship moving the other way.
right.
Yeah. Yeah,
They're
the
just
CIA.
too late.
Yeah, it was way too late. All right, it's time. What's your ranking?
I'm giving. So like I know what number I want to give it. I just want to know like I have to think of the unit, and it's probably between a Buddha statue, a volleyball, or a pair of sunglasses. I have to give it a five.
You giving it a five?
I'll give it
Full
a five.
five.
Yeah, I'll give it a five.
Full five. All right. Full five. Okay. Uh I've said before there are much worse movies I've watched on this podcast. This is harmless. That's always my like go-to for this thing. Is this movie going to harm somebody? No. You're going to have a good time with it. It's not doing anything to harm somebody. You can have fun with this and I could watch this again.
Yeah.
Not like this week, but I could watch this again sometime in the future and be just fine watching it again. So, I think I can give this a 3. 3 out of
Okay.
5.
it's pretty obvious, and I'm going to emphasize the phrase "the quiet part" out loud, right?
Yes.
Of what we're not saying on why I specifically liked it,
Yeah.
right? And it's kind of like it's kind of like the I call it the I have the dick flick chick flick scale, right?
Yeah,
And
right.
obviously it's way over on the dick flick side.
Yeah.
Even though the irony is it's a bunch of chicks, but that's kind of why,
Oh no,
right?
there
Yeah,
like I never felt, you know how sometimes you can feel in a movie where they push too far on oh, girl power, like where it feels forced down your throat sometimes.
yeah,
I never really felt that with this movie, I will say. I felt like
yeah,
this was just a movie that starred strong females that
yeah.
was not a movie that we're gonna be the chicks that put it together and everything like that. You know, like that kind of stuff. Like they still made Hayate the ultimate warrior kind of thing, and yet it was still they were strong, they were their own people. I never really felt like that kind of thing forced down my throat with that, you know?
But I want to also kind of equate it to Rick and Morty did this. It was they had their interdimensional cable and they called one of the shows ball fondlers, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. It felt like
Yeah.
for me, maybe you know, uh,
Ball fondlers. You're comparing this to ball fondlers.
I
Okay.
didn't want to say they did it literally, but like figuratively, maybe you know,
Yeah. All right.
yeah,
By the way, I'm giving it 3 out of 5 Ninja
yeah.
Star invites to
You're
DOA.
just arguing with okay, all right, all right.
Yeah. Yeah. That was my scale that I wanted to give it. So, yeah, that's DOA, dead or alive. That's our thoughts. Um, thanks for coming on the show, Andrew. I
Yeah, of
appreciate
course.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anytime.
We're gonna have you on more, trust me, and
Oh
not
yeah.
not skip you out.
Yeah, we are gonna do Batman too.
We're gonna make it happen.
I have
Yes.
to rewatch it. I even watched the first one after I had to like Thurman Merman and
We will make it happen. So yeah. For Andrew and myself, thank you guys for tuning in to the Game for a Movie podcast where we ask, are you game for a movie? We'll see you next time. Bye.